Hi. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Cool. Yeah, the quality is going to be poor on the live stream today because I got to make do with what I have. I got rain damage to my router yesterday, so I got to get a new router. But we're working off a mobile hotspot today. We're going to make do. If it's choppy, sorry. I'm doing what I can right now. But this is being recorded, and this will be on my YouTube channel, which will have much higher quality video and probably audio too. I don't know what you guys are experiencing, but today we're here to talk about a couple different transits. If it's your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm joining you guys from Northern Illinois. On Insight Timer here, I talk about astrology, and then we pull oracle cards to see how the astrology wants to come into our lives. So today we're here to talk about Mercury entering Virgo and Chiron stationing retrograde. Lisa, what's going on this week? I have no energy, but also have so much to do. Anyone else? That's in my notes, my dear. Love it. Love it, love it. I'm just gonna hop in. We're talking today about Mercury entering Virgo and Chiron stationing retrograde. So Mercury enters Virgo tomorrow, Thursday, July 25th. Mercury is going to station retrograde on August 4th. So Mercury will be in Virgo technically this time from July 25th until August 14th because he's going to hop back into Leo. And for those who like to keep track, Mercury entered his shadow, his retrograde shadow, on July 16th while he was at 21 degrees of Leo. For those who have no idea what I'm talking about, Mercury's shadow period begins when he reaches the degree to which he will retrograde back to during his retrograde. So, I'm not going to explain. The shadow, Mercury retrograde, mind blow. Kiana, come on. This is so common. This is so common. Mercury retrograde is nothing to be afraid of. Knowledge is power, right? So Mercury has been in his shadow since July 16th. And this is when the mind will start showing you things that are ready to be reviewed during retrograde. So, I know I forgot to tell you guys as soon as Mercury entered his shadow, but keeping a journal at this time can be super beneficial. Nothing crazy, right? You don't have to write down every single thought that comes into your mind, but just writing down your main thoughts, what's taking up your most brain space, what kind of decisions you're trying to make. That can be super helpful while Mercury's in his shadow, because then when Mercury is actually retrograde and you are in that time of mental review, you can go and reference your notes and be like, oh, what do I think about this now, right? But that retrograde won't start until August 5th. I digress. Just wanted to give you guys the heads up that we're in the shadow. Excuse me. Today we're here to learn about how Mercury acts in Virgo. So for reference, Mercury, the planet of the mind, has been in Leo since July 1st. So Mercury, mind, how we process information, how we communicate, has been in Leo, the ruler of the heart. So this month so far has been giving us so many opportunities to communicate through the heart, to engage in heart-led communication more than usual. For the next week and a half, from July 25th until August 5th, Mercury is going to make his way through the first 4 degrees of Virgo. Mercury is the ruler of Virgo, and when planets are in their own sign of rulership, they feel at home. So they get amped up, they let their hair down, they don't have to wear a mask, they're like totally themselves. Mercury rules 2 signs, Mercury is the ruler of Gemini and Virgo. What these two signs have in common is that they are both mutable. Mutable signs come at the end of the season to help us tie up loose ends, to help us make necessary changes to set us up for the next step. And mutable energy, depending on how you operate, what your natal chart looks like, mutable energy can feel a bit scattered and chaotic, a little unpredictable. However, if you thrive in chaos and if you thrive in moving parts, then this heightened, mutable mental energy can be a refreshing time to make amends with your past, mentally, to prepare yourself for the next step. So what kind of loose ends are you guys tying up right now? Because Mercury is approaching his retrograde, he is moving very slowly into Virgo. Because when planets like moving direct, they're just going and they're like pressing the gas pedal. And then as they approach retrograde, they have to decelerate, pump the brakes, move into reverse to get going. So he's in his slowdown process right now. And this, I feel, is super beneficial for prepping for the retrograde, to be honest. Mercury has the smallest of all the orbits, therefore he moves the quickest. And the fact that Mercury is only traveling 4 degrees in a week and a half, that's insane. Like, Mercury can speed through the 30 degrees of a sign in 2-3 weeks. Easy. So the fact that in a week and a half he's only moving 4 degrees, like, he's tiptoeing through Virgo. So this makes me feel like Mercury really wants to make sure that he crosses all of his T's and he dots all of his I's. Especially in Virgo. Virgo, guys, is the perfectionist of the zodiac, getting all your ducks in a row before starting the next thing. So from now until August 5th, I suggest consciously, intentionally slowing down your racing thoughts. When you're trying to figure it all out right now, oh, Mercury is moving really slowly through Virgo. Maybe I only have to think about one thing right now. Maybe I don't have to figure out the full picture. Especially those thoughts that are in relation to closing one chapter in order to prep for the next chapter. Slow it down. Break it into one piece at a time. Take one bite. What detail do I want to process and analyze right now? Give yourself a boundary. I'm going to analyze this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. One topic, break it down, because Mercury wants us to do that right now. He's tiptoeing. He's not speeding. He doesn't need us to get all in our head and figure it all out. And for the love of God, do not lose sight of the bigger picture. Virgo energy is super good at narrowing down and focusing on the ittiest bittiest little detail. If you get lost in the trees, you're going to forget the forest that you're trying to build. So please, please hold on to the bigger picture. Awesome, Becca. This is already amazingly my experience and very helpful to hear. Thank you. You're very welcome. For the last few weeks, it's been blowing my mind. Every time I do Insight Timer, it's like just wisdom coming to exactly what I need to hear as well. It's been very much on point lately, so I'm glad that you guys are resonating as well. Kiana's been doing that all month already. Love it, love it, love it. Likewise, while Mercury is walking into Virgo, Chiron will be stationing retrograde as well. Chiron begins his retrograde on Friday, 26th. And Chiron, he starts his retrograde at 23 degrees of Aries. So if you are one who likes to apply what I talk about to your natal chart, you can find 23 degrees of Aries. Chiron will be retrograde until December 30th, the rest of the year, and he will retrograde back to 19 degrees of Aries. So interesting. There's that number 4 again. We got Mercury moving 4 degrees into Virgo. Chiron's going to be retrograding 4 degrees back. Interesting. Just noticing. Don't know what it means. And Chiron is our 4th celestial body right now that will be retrograde. We have, Mercury is stationing retrograde at 4 degrees, Jacqui. Absolutely. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. What does that mean? Don't know. So we will now, on Friday, we'll have 4 planets that are retrograde, 4 celestial bodies, because Chiron is an asteroid. Pluto has been retrograde since May. Bonnie loves 4. Well, Bonnie, I miss you. Pluto has been retrograde since May. Saturn has been retrograde since the very end of June. Neptune has been retrograde since the beginning of July. And now Chiron. So to a certain extent, time is slowing down. The way that we experience time is slowing down. The more planets that we have retrograde, appearing to move backwards, pulling back, pulling in, the more planets that are retrograde, the less forward momentum we have to work with. So keep in mind that you co-create with the universe. You can fight against it and try to stay full steam ahead and probably burn yourself out. Or you can surrender to what's available and ride the retrograde wave. Not to say that you're not able to move forward while we have a lot of retrogrades, but retrograde season, the universe is asking you to review some things. Review, reflect, before you spring into action. Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron's myth is that of a centaur who was sort of an outcast. I don't know the full details. I don't get into the mythology, but Chiron felt like he never fit in, so he withdrew himself to his cave. And he created his own apothecary for healing. So the energy from Chiron shows us where we feel like we are defective, where we're not good enough, where we are the black sheep. I'm so different. I don't fit society's mold. And it can hurt. It can hurt to be different. It can be very lonely being different. And with Chiron in Aries, the self is feeling defective right now. Aries represents our personality. Aries is the ego self. It's the identity that our soul chooses to navigate this life. So Chiron has been moving through Aries since 2018. This energy is nothing new. However, during this retrograde phase, I see the opportunity for us to figuratively retreat to our inner caves, to work on our own apothecary. How can we find healing within ourselves? I think with this Chiron retrograde right now, it's time to find your own wisdom within. Chiron retrograde is a time of realizing that the external world can only take you so far, and that only you know what you need. You can do this intentionally if you'd like. You can focus on going within, listening to your own body and intuition. If you are a Virgo type person who likes to write down every single date and degree that I talk about, plan your life around astrology. I used to do that. It's fun. It's a fun game. Or you can practice the new Jacqui method and just take what resonates today, live your life as normal, follow what feels good, and then when the universe drops opportunities for inner reflection into your lap, remind yourself, oh, right, I think Chiron's retrograde. Of course no one understands me. Of course it's time for me to let my inner wisdom guide me. Of course this is why I feel let down. And if you're not able to keep track of all the transits, because believe me, I'm not able to keep track of all the transits. I have notes all over the place. Just trust. You can work on developing the trust that everything is happening for you, even the hard things, even the most difficult decisions. It's happening for you, regardless of what planet is causing it. That's the analytical mind wanting to put a label. Oh, I'm feeling this way because Chiron is here, and it's fun. It's fun and it's a guide, but like, life is just life, guys. The mind will want to know timelines, right? I'm feeling this way, so it must be Chiron. All right, Chiron's retrograde till December 30th. Cool, I can put on my work boots until December 30th. The mind will want to know the timelines and the details, but the heart will trust that it's all for your highest good. So here's like a silly example of, what is this even an example of? What the hell am I talking about right now? When stuff happens, instead of like trying to analyze and figure out why, the fact that my internet went out today and I'm trying to figure this out on a mobile hotspot, I've been having some radical ideas for life lately as far as like traveling, and I feel like this is the universe testing, like, how good can this mobile hotspot treat you? Do you really need a home Wi-Fi? Everything happening for you. Yes, Lisa, number 4 is about building strong foundations and ensuring mental stability. I love that. Number 4 is, I like number 4. I like all the numbers. Number 4, for me, it's stability. There's 4 legs on a chair. There's 4 legs on a table. Solid foundations. A lot of stuff in the spiritual world is done in 3s. And there's like a couple different breath practices that I'll do to center myself, and they're taught, you take 3 breaths, and I always have caught myself doing 4. 4 just feels better, feels more grounded for me. April says, you agree, feels like a period of integration, so we can prepare ourselves for the next leg of our journey, for sure. The rest stop is much needed for me. Yeah, Kiana agrees too. Jacqui, my Chiron is in Taurus, so maybe I'll feel a little grounded during retrograde. Would be nice. April went into the office yesterday and stopped by the company store and saw a journal with the quote, "Darling, you will never influence the world by trying to be like it." Wow, I like that a lot. You will never influence the world by trying to be like it. I just found something on Facebook, and I shared it the other day about loving too much. Shoot, what did it say? Like, people say that I love too much, and that shocks them, but that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to love and shock. Can't do it. Can't do it being like everybody else. Hello, Elena. So we're going to pull from 2 different decks. We're going to ask 2 different questions today. First, we're going to ask about Mercury in Virgo, and then we'll ask about Chiron retrograde, and we'll see what comes out. Yeah, doesn't need to be said. It said, you say I love you too much, but not really. I love saying I love you. I have a lot of love to give. Good morning, Debbie. This will be on YouTube later today. If you guys are new here, or if you hopped in late, if you missed the astrology portion, you can always search my name on YouTube. The recording will be there. We have some shiesty video quality today on Insight Timer for multiple reasons, but the video should be clear. So we are asking a deck I haven't used in quite some time because it's Virgo energy, so it's my earthy energy. This whole shelf right up here, this is all my earth. These are my earth decks. These are my animal decks. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more shelves over here. Bye, Bonnie. Love you. You can never have too much love, right? No, you can't, but it can feel like you do if you don't have proper boundaries. We're going to use the Sacred Medicine Oracle. This one just felt right. It's been a long time since I used this. What is Mercury slowing down to see through the first 4 degrees of Virgo? Mercury is tiptoeing his way through Virgo, which is uncommon, especially in his own sign. So what is he slowing down to see while he moves through these first 4 degrees of Virgo? Shauna loves this deck. Debbie says, I missed the first part, fell back asleep, woke up early just for you. Oh, you can never say I love you too much. I agree. It triggers some people, it weirds them out. Maybe they're just not ready to accept it. Feel free to send your energy into this deck. For this group reading, what is Mercury slowing down to see in the first 4 degrees of Virgo? If you're new here, this is how I do my readings. The whole reading is going to be for you. I'm letting 3 cards fall out of the deck for us. And after they fall out, I'm going to show you the backs of the cards. So you're going to see the same dream catcher and hand and feather image 3 times. However, ask yourself the question, right? Because Mercury is showing all of us all of these things, but maybe he's showing you specifically something in particular, which is going to come through one of the cards, right? So I like to invite you guys to practice your intuition because it's a fun tool that is super subjective. Your intuition is different from anyone else's intuition. So please don't focus on how other people get their messages. It could be a good way to get an idea, but don't like hold hell-bent to it. That's just my advice. I mean, you could do whatever you want. It's your life. But, you know, like if your friend always gets a ringing in their ear, don't sit and wait for a ringing in your ear. Like, what does your body want to do to show you that something is different? Intuition also works in your physical reality as well, because I believe you create all of this in real time, all of the time. So, like, my dogs sometimes will move or fidget or do something when I hold up certain cards. And I could take that as a sign. Like your guys' pets will jump on your lap, or like the lightning will come outside, or if anything changes at all, to me, that is just guidance. It's just a nudge. You don't have to analyze exactly what it means. You can, if you want. That's the fun part. That's the advanced part. At first, just notice, ooh, something's different. Let's go with it. And then you'll develop your own little language throughout your life. What is Mercury slowing down to show us while he tiptoes through the first 4 degrees of Virgo? I'll show you the backs of the cards. You tell us in the chat which cards are resonating. Here's the back of card number 1. Here's the back of card number 2. And here's the back of card number 3. What is Mercury slowing down to show us in the first 4 degrees of Virgo? Let us know in the chat which cards are resonating with you, and I'll show them one more time just in case. Here is the back of card number 1. Back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Jacqui's working with 1 and 2. Christine 2, Rita 1, Goddess 2, Lori 1, 3, Michelle, my bell. All 3 for me today, but 2 and 3 more. Nancy 2, Mimi 2 and 3, Shay 2, Michelle 1, April all 3, Nick 3, Lisa 1, Kiana 2 and 3, Nicole 2, 3, Lisa 3, Karen 1, 3, Paige times 2? Is that like super 2? Michelle, did we start earlier than usual today, or am I just cray? You know, I just looked at the time, like, I wonder if we're getting to the cards a little bit earlier today. I don't know. I start at 8:15 every time. Sometimes I flow faster. Nicole's working with 2 and 3, Gwen 3, Jacqui 2, Becca 2 and 3, Chantel 2, dogs barking, 3, fly buzzing, Amanda 1, 3, Debbie 1, 2, 3, 1, the feather stood out, 2, hands, 3, the hands look weird. Interesting. I thought it was 8:30. My bad. Things are all over the place for me. Michelle, is for all of us. We're still feeling that Mars-Uranus conjunction. Man. Kiana, you're not alone, yeah. Love it. 8:30, actually, to throw you guys off, 8:30 is the time of my birthday party on Monday. I guess this is the last time I'm going to be here on Insight Timer to tell you guys about it. I'm throwing a birthday party for my work. I've been doing this work professionally for 3 years, and man, has it been a doozy journey. Learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about life, learned a lot about helping people, and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm throwing a party because I want to fill my tank, to put it honestly. Working behind a computer can be draining. It is, you know, I can choose to go work in person, but I really love what I do, so I want to keep doing this. And right now I just can tell that I need a little pick-me-up. So at this party, I have some ecstatic dance for you guys so we can move into our bodies. And then I'm going to talk about what I've learned from being in business for 3 years. And then I want to hear how you guys have been growing because of what I've been preaching. Because honestly, like, I'm human, right, guys? And our greatest gifts are the things that come easiest to us. So it can be easy to forget that you are being amazing by just being yourself. So it's really hard, guys, for me to ask for this reassurance, but that's exactly what I'm doing. I want to hear how you guys have been benefiting from me just being myself, because that fills me up, right? So if you want to join the birthday party, there's a link in my link tree, Insight Timer profile. One link is there. You'll see how to get to the birthday party. The ticket comes with a $10 or more donation, and I'll send you the Zoom link. We're meeting Monday, July 29th, so this upcoming Monday at 8:30 a.m. Central. It will not be reposted. This is going to be a Kairos moment. It's going to be beautiful. Private event, baby. 8:30 Central, so 9:30 Eastern, Jacqui. So like 15 minutes ago is when this is going to be starting. Signed something last week, not thinking well, pressured. What are you talking about, Debbie? Where do we find the party? Linktree. Everything I ever talk about is in my Linktree. Won't be able to attend. You're working during that time. Thank you, Lori. Grateful that you're doing this. Thank you. You'll be at work for sure. For sure. I considered that too. Maybe doing it after hours. Who knows? We'll see how this one goes. Maybe this will be a fun thing and I'll just do it every so often. Celebrate some milestones, right? Okay. What is Mercury slowing down to show us through these first 4 degrees of Virgo? Card number 1 is card number 39. The message is clan from the animal totem. Claiming. We got a moose, a snake, a raven. Is that a crane? A turtle? A bear? Oh my god, I feel so dumb. Is that a salmon? Is that supposed to be salmon? Some kind of fish. A beaver, a deer, a butterfly. Lots of animals. The indigenous clan system helps us to identify what responsibilities each of us has in building and maintaining community. It is an important part of our identity. Animal spirit medicine represents each clan with different animals representing families and nations. This card is asking you to remember that you are here for a particular purpose. It's time to step into clarity and refinement. Remember that you cannot be and do all things. When we honor our unique soul presence and that of another, we can rise together. You are gifted with unique medicine, and this card asks you to claim it with the help of an animal totem. Is there an animal that reminds you of how you move in the world? Or perhaps there is an animal that comes in your dreams or visions. The animal that appears asks you to accept your role upon this planet so you may rise in your medicine. When we follow our path and release doubt of why we are here, we stand in our own sacred resonance. As you do this, there is no room for comparison, judgment, jealousy, or envy. Clan medicine is here for you to walk in integrity with what you are here to do. With your animal totem at your side, you are able to stay in your own lane with clarity, alignment, and fierce knowing. Here's a healing affirmation for this card. I fully embody the purpose my soul chose when it came here. My identity is rooted and clear. And these cards come with a sacred ceremony. I'm just going to read it because why not? So in order to find your animal totem, what this deck recommends, close your eyes and see a sacred fire lit before your vision. Invite the animal forward who wants to help you claim your purpose here on Earth. This animal glows in the fire flames, inviting you into their energy. You meld as one and breathe them into your body, mind, and spirit. They offer you a word or energetic frequency that describes your essence. Take this with you with pride. Okay, so Mercury's slowing down to show you who you are, what your role is on this earth. I like to say that we are all unique puzzle pieces, and we're fitting into the puzzle that is the life, or the community, the whole society, every part of the world. You have your unique gifts, and you're here to do your best with what you can do. The animal totem can help with that if animals resonate with you. For me, it's the wolf. And for me, this came through a psychedelic experience. I'll just put it that way. That's how it all started. And then it started unfolding, right? And how did it come to me is that I was curious. I was looking for guidance. I was asking the universe to guide me in one way or another. And when it was time, I was shown the wolf. And the wolf for me speaks to, oh my God, so much. Community, roles, leadership. I am the lone wolf. I keep trying to find my pack, like it just doesn't click. I think I find a pack and then I realize it's not my pack and I move on. But like the wolf to me, it's just know your role, do what you have to do for the community. That's what that means for me. I can go much deeper into it. However, if you don't have an animal that you work with, just start asking. Just get curious, and curious without the grabby. It's okay if it takes a year to find your animal totem. If you want it, it will come. Just ask. And then you can open your awareness as you ask, right? Who knows how it's going to show up for you? It showed up for me in one way. It might show up for you because a certain animal keeps coming in your yard every day. Oh, I keep seeing this beaver. Maybe beaver energy wants to work with me. If you are a reader, Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. It's the best animal book. It's the only animal book that I've ever read, so it's the best one. Ted Andrews is a shamanic something. He's the shit. Ted Andrews is awesome. The book Animal Speak talks about how to work with animal medicine, how animals can guide and influence your lives, how they are always sending messages no matter where they go. There's a huge dictionary in that book about like when certain animals keep coming back, here's what they mean and blah, blah, blah. So Nicole recently bought that book, of course. So Amanda asks, any idea what a bat means? Do I have all the animals memorized? No, of course not. There's millions of animals. Maybe not millions, but if you want to know what a certain animal is trying to show you, use your intuition. Ask, how does this animal act in the world? What is their role? What unique puzzle piece do they fit? Bats. I know that bats are nocturnal, so they're really good at seeing in the dark. So they are good at helping you navigate through the darkness. What else do bats do? They eat bugs. They eat these little annoyances. So if a bat is showing up for you, that probably means go into darkness and nip at what's annoying you. That's what I would do for bat medicine. You know, Paige is getting deer, gentleness. Yes. I was working with stag energy a few years ago. This is a deer pelvis back here and a deer jaw. Stag came into my life for a big part of my life. That was my protector. That was my hardcore protector. Man, I had so many stag journeys. That was a fun time. Fun time. Yeah, and then you can honor your animal by displaying it, right? I have my raven. Raven helps me see through the darkness, right? There's a bison back here. Bison taught me how to take the path of least resistance. That there's abundance everywhere, just take the path of least resistance. So that I went off on a tangent. Wow, I didn't realize how much I love animal spirits. It's great. It's great. So what does Mercury want to show you while he's slowing down through the first 4 degrees? Play your role. Know your role. Don't try to be everything. That's impossible. That's impossible. You are you. Who are you? Card number 2. What is Mercury slowing down to show us through the first 4 degrees of Virgo? Card number 2 is card number 27, Reclamation, Home. For so long, you have searched for belonging, a space that feels like home to your spirit and heart. Separation and disconnection are a result of the flawed systems in our society. And there are times when the connection to our belonging is fractured through traumatic life, familial, and ancestral events. Your desire to belong is an inherent part of this human experience. There is no shame in the journey you have been on to find safe connection where you can feel accepted and seen. Today, this card calls you home to the very land that birthed you. Feel the vibration of the trees, the scent of the plants, and the movement of the animals welcoming you back, reclaiming you as you remember the land. This space is also filled with ancestral family that nourishes you more deeply than you ever thought possible. The energy of belonging moves through the cracks and broken parts of your sacred connection, mending the layers of what has been damaged and bringing you back to wholeness. What feels like home to you? Who feels like home to you? Focus on these aspects so that the energy of belonging may settle into your bones with comfort and nourishment. Feel the open arms of spirit and your ancestors welcoming you deeper into yourself. You are seen. You are loved. The healing affirmation for this card: I reclaim all aspects of myself as I return home to me. The sacred ceremony for this card: remember all the times you wanted to belong to a certain space, group, or community. Reflect on the times you have felt like an outsider or a lone wolf. What emotions did this bring up for you? Where did you feel that in your body? Place your hands there and feel the loving energy of your ancestral family pulsing through. Envision the soles of your feet upon the earth today. There are flowers and greenery all around. Allow the loving warmth of the land beneath you to restore your belonging. Earth energy moves up your spine, calling you back to full reclamation, a magnetic pull drawing you back into the core of your heart. You belong. Mercury slowing down to show us what feels like home. What I didn't say about Virgo energy that I love about Virgo energy that I just met this part of Virgo last year, and it was mind-blowing to me. Tangent, stay with me. If it goes over your head, I'll tell you when to come back. The zodiac has 12 signs, right? I think it's too far away. You can't see it. The zodiac, can you see this? Can you see this? Yes, 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 yes. But this isn't level. Okay, here. Nope, that's, shoot. Where's it go? Shoot. Okay. The zodiac has 12 signs. This is Aries, this is Libra. So here is Virgo. Nope, that's Scorpio. Here's Virgo. The first half of the zodiac wheel is about yourself. Aries through Virgo. Houses 1 through 6. The bottom half of the zodiac. It's about how you connect with yourself, how you operate yourself. House 7, when you get into Libra, that's when you partner up and then you do life in the top half with everyone else, with society. You now have a partner, you now have friends, you now have a community, right? So the first bottom half. The last sign of yourself is Virgo. The part of Virgo that I met last year that was just like, Virgo is the maiden, right? So Virgo is the energy of this pure little lady who knows herself through and through because she has never connected with someone else. Because the only person she's been taking care of her whole life is herself. Why am I talking about this? There is a purpose for this, and it's coming back. Where do you feel like home? Virgo energy wants to connect you with yourself. It is like the pinnacle of who you are before you enter Libra and start partnering up. So forget what, oh my God, this is going to sound so bad. I was just going to say, forget what your partner wants. For a moment, right? To get into yourself, to find where you are at home. Mercury slowing down in Virgo is trying to get you to figure out what feels like home to you. To you. Who are you? What do you want? The timing is insane with these messages. Tell me about it, Elizabeth. Paige loves it. Home. Nancy, that resonates. Nicole, I'm most at home in nature. Mimi, this message resonates so much. For the second time today, I hear about getting home to your body, and it's such a great reminder to pay more attention to the body and not to the mind. It's you. It's you. What do you need in your life that fills you up? Everything else will fall into place. So Mercury is going to tiptoe his way through Virgo to help you realize what you need for you. Jackie says, the $1 million question. I've been looking at this for myself so much. I feel home in and with my husband, but I need to go deeper. Before I had my love. You got to go deeper with yourself. That's what I got. That's what I got. If you want a deeper connection with anybody, you got to go deeper inside yourself. And there's like 1,000 different ways to do that. I can't give you the way that's going to work for you. What else is Mercury slowing down to show us as he tiptoes through the first 4 degrees of Virgo. Card number 3 is card number 45, and the message is tobacco offering. Beautiful, Jacqui. Yeah. The deeper you go, the higher you get to go. Tobacco is a sacred plant, and it is said to be the first gift we received from Creator. We make an offering of tobacco to a medicine person, an elder, or a healer when we go to them for guidance or to the earth in gratitude. Tobacco medicine is asking you to open your generous heart and give. Giving doesn't always have to be monetary, but you are asked to share what resources you have with those who are in need. When we hoard our riches or live in constant fear of not having enough, we restrict the flow of abundance that is meant to come our way. Indigenous people are inherently a sharing people. And today, tobacco comes to you to encourage you to give in even greater ways. Maybe it's your time, or your skills, or even your wisdom that is being called for. A sacred dance of giving and receiving is the message for you here. And as you pour your resources into the circle of life, all will be returned in more beautiful ways than you could have ever imagined. The healing affirmation for card number 3, I have more than enough to give. I share my resources with all of creation. Here's a sacred ceremony for this card. Envision yourself standing on the earth, feet planted in the soil. Interesting, didn't the other one say that too? Maybe just go stand in the earth. Around you is a vast and brilliant landscape, and you have tobacco in your hand. You place it down upon the earth, and from above, a bright channel of light moves into the top of your head and flows down your body through the soles of your feet. The channel forms in an infinity loop, traveling into the earth and then back up again into the cosmos. A continuous flow of love, abundance, and blessings moves through you effortlessly. This energy flows in and out, balancing, giving and receiving, and inspiring you to give abundantly without expectation. Mercury is slowing down to show us what it is that we have to give abundantly. And I feel like I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent right now, because this is a journey that I'm working through right now. This message keeps coming up, and for a long time I have been in a place of burnout in many areas of my life because all I do is give. I'm trying too hard. I'm trying too hard to be what other people expect me to be. I'm trying too hard to be the good girl that I was taught I was supposed to be as a kid. What I was not doing was realizing my unique role in this life. And what I was not doing was doing what I need to do to make myself feel like home, to get myself replenished, so that I could naturally and easily give all of the things that I am meant to give. You're not meant to give it all. If it's painful for you to give it, stop giving it. If someone else is bothered by it, your energies don't match. If you are exhausted from giving in one way and another is able to pick up the slack, great, awesome, thank you. Thank you for your respect and support. Life is meant to be easy. Life is meant to be easy and effortless. And when you flow through the heart, this is easy for me, so this is what I'm going to continue to give, and I'm going to attract the people who have the other missing parts that I need. Does that make sense? Goddess says, same, I've run myself into the ground, giving, and doing for others. I am currently resting more and looking for ways to love myself more and first. Likewise. It's been an interesting journey, an interesting mental game of allowing myself to say no to obligations, allowing myself to say, like, this doesn't feel good, I don't want to do this. This could be a, yeah. Let's pull the other card from the other deck, and then I'll do a full recap. Debbie, same, giving too much causes burnout and illness. Yes, and I knew that. And for a long time, I would get triggered when I'd get this card, right? I got it all the time. There's an animal deck that I use, and the service card kept coming up. Be the service dog. Just give service, service, service. And I'm over here like, I'm giving so much. What the hell? Are you giving the right thing? Are you giving what you have an abundance of? Because that's what you're meant to be giving. That's what you were placed on this earth to give. What do you have an abundance of? Because you got an abundance of something. Focus on that instead of focusing on what you don't have and how do I get more of what I don't have. Just start sharing what you do. And the rest will figure itself out. Oh, the divine feminine energy. Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of us are conditioned to be in our masculine way too much. Way too much. Goddess, it's really a mental game. Saying no to others and yes to rest, or saying yes to yourself. Yeah, it's a pattern that I am in the process of breaking. I don't think I've ever used this deck here. We're having a fun day today. We're going to use this little mini 22 Archangels Oracle deck. And we're going to ask, whose support do we have while Chiron stations retrograde? Chiron retrograde, wounded healer, I'm different. Let me retreat to my cave and heal myself until the end of the year. Whose support? Whose support will we have? Thanks, Goddess. So glad you're breaking it now while you're young. Happy for you and your evolution. Thanks, Jules. Becca, been getting the Frozen lyrics in my head right now. Couldn't keep it in. Heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Sounds like poppycock. Express. It is Leo season, guys. Express your feelings. This doesn't feel good. That was something, quick little side note. I have a really good friend who's a Leo. And I remember the first time I triggered her. She said, I don't like when you say these things. It doesn't feel good. And at first I was like, oh, I didn't mean to upset you. Sorry. Oops, bad girl, right? Like inner things working out. But then I was like, I really like the way you put that. And I don't think I ever said it out loud to her. But I really like the way she put that, and I've been using that. This doesn't feel good. It doesn't mean like, you're a bad person. You said the wrong thing. You suck. It means whatever you just gave to me, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I don't know. Self-expression. That's it. Cool. Whose support do we have during Chiron retrograde? Look how bright these cards are shining. You like can't even see the image. They're so bright. It's so bright. And also low video quality today, but yeah. Whose support do we have? If you guys have been enjoying today's session, if you would like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they're always appreciated. You can donate here on Insight Timer, or in my link tree, I have PayPal and Venmo, and also an Amazon wish list if you are a gifter. I appreciate every little thing that you guys give to me. I love it so much. Even if it's $2, it's so meaningful. And to show you, oh my God, my dog is in the cutest position right now. To show you my appreciation, wherever you guys donate, however you give to me, I give back yet again. I pick messages for you, just a couple sentences from the books that we used today. So if you are curious for a personal question or whatever, ask your question, send a little donation, get an answer. It's fun. If you haven't followed me yet on Insight Timer, feel free to click the plus button on my face or whatever it looks like to see when I come back. For the time being, I'm here roughly twice a week, either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. I'm always here at 8:15 Central. I'm always talking about the current astrology with Oracle. Couple updates. It is Leo season. I have been experiencing a lot of that Mars-Uranus energy, so my life is chaotic right now, so I haven't had the same work ethic that I've had in the past, being honest. I'm still working on my Leo course, and I do need to send out my official Welcome to Leo Season email with the Leo playlist, because I like to share music with you guys to get you into the Leo feels. This playlist is the hardest. There's really no songs that, to me, embody Leo energy, so I gotta go with what society gives me, and I'm sorry if I offend any Leos with the way that this playlist is. It's not. That's here. I'm here to trigger people. Just kidding. Thank you so much, Goddess. Your donation is very much appreciated. Whose support do we have during Chiron retrograde while we go inside and heal ourselves? We have the support of Faith. She helps us move mountains. Trust in your ability to create miracles. The impossible is becoming possible. Faith is part of a holy trinity of angels, alongside charity and hope, supporting the upgrade of humanity. She is the divine counterpart of Archangel Michael, and is therefore associated with righteousness, justice, protection, and power. Her personal mission is to help us develop a trusting bond with our higher power, so that we can live a life that's filled with purpose. You may be feeling that your prayers are not being heard, but this is not true. Your prayers have been heard, loud and clear, and prayer has the ability to move mountains. It actually says prayer has the power to move mountains. So accept what is rightfully yours. Faith is here to help you move beyond any limiting belief and doubt that you may have about God or about your ability to be helped. She will help you unlock a state of worthiness so that you can call in and experience the miracles you deserve. Feel the way you would if what you are asking for was already yours. This will call in the energies of manifestation. Also, keep your vibes high by focusing on service, being fully present in your relationships, and continually focusing on what you are grateful for. This will magnetize miracles to you. Angels are here to hold you as you shift your way of thinking. Know that prayer isn't about hoping the future delivers the answer. It's about knowing the answer you need is already here. Healing happens today, not tomorrow. If you are seeing signs at this time, this is the angel's way of telling you that you are on the right track. The impossible is becoming possible with faith. What this card made me think of is the fact that, like, this is why I love journaling. This is why I love writing down my desires. Sorry, I'm going nuts on a mosquito bite right now. Anything that I have asked for from the universe, it shows up. It always shows up. Might take years. Honestly, might take some years, might take some time, but like everything that I've asked for has shown up so far. Not the specific details, but the feeling that I am hoping to receive from the thing that I am asking for. Sometimes things show up in radical ways that I wasn't expecting, but then once I engage, because it feels right, I'm like, oh my God, this is what I was asking for, and now I'm finding it somewhere else. Where I didn't think that I would find it, right? So whatever you desire right now, whatever feeling you desire, man, this feels so good, itching, this mosquito bite. Whatever feeling you desire, ask for it. Journal about how you think you'll feel when you have it, and then let it go and wait. It's difficult. I know patience is hard, but for me, it's been journaling, asking, praying, hoping, wishing, waiting, reflecting. Oh, I did get that. Oh, cool. Maybe I have a little bit more trust now that the next thing I need is going to show up for me. It's all about getting out of your own way. It's all about getting out of your own way. Everything's here for you. Everything is happening for you. You're not going to get out of your own way in a day. You're not going to get out of your own way in a year. It's a constant journey. It's a constant process. It's so fun to realize, like, wow, I'm accepting a little bit more now than I was last year. Wow, look at how much I'm able to receive now that I wasn't 10 years ago. The amount of growth that I've seen in myself in 4 years, it's amazing. I started waking up to this stuff wholeheartedly in 2020. And like, holy cannoli, how far I've come. It just makes me so excited to see how far I will go. So just ask. Ask for what you want, and there's that detaching from the outcome. This is what I want. I trust that it's coming. I'm going to look for it. Are you looking for what you want? Or are you looking for reasons to complain about why you don't have what you want? That is my mic drop for today. I'll be back next Wednesday. 1 whole week without Jacqui. You can do it. Come to my birthday party. It's on Monday. The link is in my link tree if you want to celebrate with me. Full disclosure also, I am recording that birthday party because I want to use your authentic sharing as testimonials. So just know that that's what you're entering into as well. Yeah, nothing weird. I just love you guys. I just want to hang out with you guys. And it's another way to, like, I get to interact with you all there. I get to see your comments here, and that's fun, but like, it's so fun for me to get to see the person and see the mannerisms and feel the energy. It's just different. It's just different. Song, April, Melinda, Tracy, thank you guys so much for your donations. You guys are so appreciated. You have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea how much your support helps me navigate whatever the hell is happening in my life. It's crazy. Crazy is what I'll say. April says, Soul Tribe, miracles has come up a lot in my card polls. Trust in your miracles. Yes, that 9 of Cups energy. Everything is always happening for you. Led by faith and not by sight. Yeah, faith, trust, it can take a minute to develop. Reflection. Reflection helps develop trust. Look how far I have come, not look how far I have to go. Sending love to all. Namaste. Just kidding, I told you guys I was going to recap the cards, and I definitely neglected to do that. Just real quick. Mercury slowing down in Virgo. Support from Chiron. Figure out your unique puzzle piece. Who are you? What are you good at? What do you have that other people don't? Here, so instead of pointing your finger, they don't have this quality, I really need this from that person, they don't have it. What do you have? What are you bringing to the table? What comes naturally to you? And feed it. Feed it. Find a way to fill your cup. How do you replenish what you are already good at? How do you get to a space where you feel like you want to share what you already have? Because we're here to share what we have. The more you share what comes easily to you, the more ease what you need shows up for you. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And just ask for miracles, because you literally have the ability to move mountains when you get out of your own way, when you start focusing on what you do have control over, when you give what feels good to give, and then you ask for support in return. Magic. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Have a lovely week. I love you. I hope that video was just as insightful for you as it was for all of us. Darla and I really appreciate you being here with me. Thank you for liking this video, sharing it with a friend who you think would benefit, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, drop a comment and let us know what you got from this video. What was your biggest insight or takeaway? If you want to see what else I'm working on, click on my link tree. It's right underneath this YouTube video. We'll see you next time. Take care.